You sign the papers, and for a second, everything feels lighter. Lower payment, newer car. That new car smell hits you before you even leave the lot. Tyler is already outside, keys in hand, telling you this is the smartest money move either of you has made all year. But here is what nobody explains in that finance office. The number on the contract is not the number that matters. There is a reset built into every lease, and it feels like freedom. I call it the reset trap, and most people who fall into it do not find out for years. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you are going to know exactly which one of you is actually ahead, and it is probably not who you think right now. Most people never find out. You are about to. Let us set this up properly. Tyler and Derek are both 32. Same job, same neighborhood, same salary, $52,000 a year. They walk into the same dealership on the same Saturday, looking at the same car, a $31,000 sedan. Tyler signs a 36-month lease. $2,500 due today, $279 a month after that. Derek signs a 60-month loan, $4,000 down, $512 a month. That is $233 more, every single month, for 5 years. On day one, Tyler feels like he won. Lower payment, brand new car, and a smile on his face walking through the parking lot, while Derek is still doing math in his head, trying to convince himself that 5 years is not really that long. That is the first mistake almost nobody catches, because it is not a math mistake. It is a feeling mistake, and feelings are what the finance office is actually selling. Tyler's friends notice within the week. He posts a photo of the dashboard, and the comments come fast. All of them some version of smart move. Nobody in those comments asks what the payment turns into after month 36. Derek does not post anything. He is not hiding the loan. He is just not performing it either. Nobody claps for a car that is not paid off yet, so he does not bother showing it. For 3 years, Tyler lives the easy version of car ownership. Everything mechanical is covered. Brakes, air conditioning, the check engine light, all of it, covered under warranty. His only real costs are the lease payment, insurance, and gas. Derek's version looks worse from the outside. His car loses about $4,000 in value in the first year alone. By month 18, he owes more on the loan than the car is even worth. There is a name for that, underwater, and it feels exactly like it sounds, paying every month into a hole that does not seem to be filling in. There is a specific kind of quiet that settles over Derek on that first oil change appointment, watching the technician point at a screen full of numbers on the shop wall, numbers he already understood before walking in. Tyler is not thinking about any of this yet. He is thinking about the next long weekend, the drive up the coast, how good the seats smell. Both of those reactions are completely normal. Neither of them has anything to do with which decision is actually working. Let us run the accounting through year 3. Tyler has paid $2,500 down, plus 36 months at $279. That is $12,544 total. Derek has paid $4,000 down, plus 36 months at $512. That is $22,432 total. Tyler has spent almost $10,000 less. On paper, at the end of year 3, Tyler is winning, and it is not close. If you have ever compared your own numbers to a friend's and felt behind, this is exactly the moment that feeling gets manufactured. And if that sounds familiar, a like on this video helps more people see the full math before they sign anything, not just the number in the finance office window. But year 3 is exactly where the story turns, in a way the monthly payment never shows you. Tyler's lease is up. He has 3 choices. Buy the car at its set residual price, usually around $17,000 for a car like this. Walk away owing nothing and owning nothing. Or lease something new and start the clock over. Tyler does what most leasers do, close to 80% of them. He leases again. New car, new smell. Another $2,500 down. Another 36 months on the clock. The odometer resets to 0. The payment counter does not reset. It just keeps climbing. Derek is 36 months into a 60-month loan. He still owes 2 years of payments, and that is frustrating in the moment. But he has something Tyler does not: an end date. Month 60 is circled on his calendar. Every payment moves him one step closer to owning the car outright. Every payment Tyler makes moves him one step closer to handing the keys back and starting over. That is the entire mechanism behind the reset trap. One version of this decision has a finish line. The other is a loop that feels like progress every time it resets, without ever actually finishing anything. Month 60 arrives. Derek makes his final payment. Done. Title in his name. From here forward, his only car costs are insurance, gas, and maintenance, somewhere around $130 a month on average. Tyler is on lease number 2 now, still paying that same $280-some a month, except now it is just background noise. It comes out on the 15th. He barely thinks about it anymore. And that is the actual danger of the reset trap. It normalizes a car payment that never ends. $280 a month in background noise is over $3,000 a year, and over a decade, that is roughly $34,000 spent on nothing you get to keep. Let us check the accounting at year 6. Tyler has completed 2 full lease cycles. Total spend across both, $25,088. He owns nothing. No asset, no trade-in, no title. Derek has spent $34,720 on the loan itself, plus roughly $2,000 in maintenance once the warranty ran out. Call it $36,700 total. But he now has 0 monthly payments and a car worth somewhere between $11,000 and $13,000. Net that against what he spent, and Derek's real 6-year cost of driving lands around $23,000 to $26,000. Tyler spent $25,088 and has nothing to show for it. Derek spent more on paper and ended up cheaper in reality. The flip happened quietly. No dramatic moment, just the slow math of ownership passing the short-term comfort of a lower payment. If you are in your late 20s or 30s right now, sitting across from a salesman who is talking about how low your payment can be, this is the exact moment the reset trap gets set. Not because leasing is stupid, because nobody in that room is going to be the one to tell you what this actually costs you by year 6, let alone year 10. There is more to the reset trap that never shows up in the monthly number. Drive more than the mileage cap, usually around 12,000 miles a year, and you are charged for every mile over it, sometimes 25 cents a mile. Call it the mileage tax. Return the car with normal wear that an inspector decides is excessive, a small dent, a worn tire, and you are charged for that too. Call it the wear tax. And even if you do everything right, most dealers charge a disposition fee just to take the car back and resell it, usually between $300 and $500. You are paying them to take back a car that was never yours. If this is the kind of math you wish someone had shown you before you signed something, subscribing means you get the next one of these before you need it, not after. There is one more version of the reset trap that only shows up if your life does not stay perfectly still for 36 straight months, and almost nobody's does. Move to a city with real public transit, lose a job, have a baby that suddenly makes a 2-door car impossible, and getting out of a lease early is brutal. In most cases, you owe the entire remaining balance, all at once, with no simple exit. A loan bends with your life a little. You can sell the car, pay off what is left, and walk away with whatever equity remains. A lease does not bend. It assumes your next 3 years look exactly like your last 3, and life does not usually cooperate with that assumption. Now, to be fair, buying has real costs that people on the ownership side like to downplay. Once the warranty runs out, usually around year 3 or 4, everything is on you. Brakes, belts, the air conditioning compressor picking the hottest week of the year to fail. Expect somewhere between $1,000 and $1,800 a year in maintenance once you are past warranty, and it will not arrive on a schedule you control. Depreciation is real too. That $31,000 car is worth maybe $20,000 after 2 years. That value did not go anywhere useful. It just evaporated. The one thing depreciation does that nobody mentions, it slows down. A 5-year-old car does not lose value nearly as fast as a brand new one. The steepest drop happens in exactly the years a lease covers. Leasers pay for the most expensive years of depreciation, over and over, and hand the car back right when the curve flattens out. Zoom out to 10 years, and the full picture comes together. Tyler has leased 3 to 4 cars by now. Add up the payments, the signing fees, the mileage tax, the wear tax, the exit fees across multiple leases, and his 10-year total lands somewhere between $46,000 and $52,000. He has a car. It is not his. It never was. Derek paid $34,720 on the loan, then another $10,000 to $14,000 in maintenance over the years after payoff. His 10-year total is roughly $45,000 to $48,000. But he still has a car sitting in his driveway worth $4,000 to $6,000. Fully paid off, no contract, no strings. Net it out, and Derek spent about the same and has an asset. Tyler spent about the same and has nothing. Multiply that gap across a lifetime of repeating this decision 3, 4, 5 times, and you are looking at a 6-figure difference in what 2 people with the exact same income end up worth. Not from a better job, not from a smarter investment, from one recurring decision about how they pay for a car. And this is not just a car story. The same decision repeats itself with the same shape almost everywhere. Money changes hands over time. Renting an apartment forever instead of ever buying one. Financing furniture instead of saving for it. Subscribing to something month after month instead of owning it outright. Each individual reset feels small and reasonable in the moment. The same way $279 a month feels small and reasonable. The reset trap rarely announces itself as one big mistake. It shows up as a long line of small, comfortable ones, each with its own finance office and its own smiling salesman explaining how low the payment can be. I want to be honest about when leasing actually is the smarter move, because it sometimes is. If you are self-employed and the vehicle is used for business, lease payments can often be deducted, and that tax advantage can close the entire gap or flip it in leasing's favor. If you drive something where out-of-warranty repairs are brutal, a performance car or a luxury brand where a brake job runs into 4 figures, staying inside a warranty window has real value. And if you are the type of person who actually takes that $233 monthly difference and puts it into an index fund every single month without touching it, you can close the gap or come out ahead over a long enough timeline. The honest problem is that almost nobody does that consistently. The savings usually disappear into things you will not remember spending money on a year from now. There is also something the finish line buys that never shows up on a balance sheet. Once Derek's car is paid off, that $512 a month does not disappear. It just stops being spoken for. He can put it towards something else, negotiate a job change without panicking about the payment, or simply let it sit and build a cushion. That is what I mean when I talk about the option count, the number of real decisions you can make from strength instead of obligation. Tyler's $279 a month is never his to redirect. It belongs to whichever lease he is currently inside of for as long as he keeps resetting the clock. Here is the part that actually matters, underneath the car. The reset trap is not really about leasing. It is the same trap that shows up anywhere a fresh start feels better than finishing something. A new phone before the old one is paid off. A new wardrobe before last season's is worn out. The world is very good at selling you the feeling of starting over, and very quiet about the fact that starting over, on repeat, is the most expensive habit most people will ever have. The quiet position is not about never leasing anything. It is about knowing the difference between a reset that moves you forward and one that just moves you sideways, in a circle, forever. So think back to that finance office. 2 people, same income, same car, same Saturday afternoon. One of them walked out with a lower payment, the other walked out with a finish line. For 3 years it looked obvious who made the smarter call. It was not. Whichever one of them you recognize yourself in right now, the actual question is not which payment is lower. It is whether what you are signing has an end date or just another reset waiting on the other side of it. If you want us to run this same accounting on a decision that looks more like yours, Whether it is a car, a phone plan, or something bigger, drop it in the comments and we will walk through the real math in a future video. And if videos like this are how you want to keep making these decisions with your eyes open instead of just trusting the number in the window, subscribing means the next one finds you before the next contract does.